And somehow Dick Vermeil gets in the fucking Hall of Fame, and Mike Shanahan's on the outside looking in.
It makes no sense.
It makes no fucking sense. Like, what is a Hall of Famer? I'm confused of what a Hall of Famer is, because we got Matthew Stafford in the Hall of Fame conversation now because he won a Super Bowl. He's going to have the counting stats. You know, Bucky Brooks, and he talks about tractors and trailers, right? He was like, or trucks and trailers. Some players are trucks. Joe flipping Burrow is a goddamn truck. And some players are trailers. Some of them get carried by their organization. Trent Dilfer with the 0-1 Ravens, trailer, okay? Nothing wrong with being a trailer. I look at Matthew Stafford. He has truck talent, but he's a high-end trailer because he is a product of his environment. His career has shown he is a product of his environment, and he does not create and shape a winning culture. And if you want to think about what a Hall of Famer is, I'm sorry, you need to be one of the best people at your position, one of the best people of your era. There are less than 30 quarterbacks in the NFL Hall of Fame. I think there's 27 right now. Are we saying that Matthew Stafford is top 30? Okay, we can add Brady. We can add Eli, because I think Eli's going to get in. We can. I don't like him.
Ben's going to get in.
You throw Big Ben in there, okay? That puts you at 30. You think he's there?
No, I wouldn't put him with that class of guys. What it is I look at it this way. When it comes to a Hall of Famer, was anybody talking about is Matt Stafford a Hall of Famer before the Super Bowl? Like before, even when he got traded to the Rams, did anyone make that? Was that a conversation? No. So I don't think that him winning the Super Bowl should put him in that, because we weren't talking about it before. Matt Ryan, this is where we would put that in. Matt Ryan is somebody that people honestly talk about. Is he a Hall of Famer now, right now? You know, you really do have to question it. I, for one, of course, believe he's one. But we all know, we're like, well, if he gets the Super Bowl, he's a shoo-in. Because he would be a shoo-in. And so
he won an MVP. He's had multiple Pro Bowl seasons.
He's a 5-time Pro Bowler, All-Pro, one-time All-Pro, Offensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year. He's the best player in Falcons franchise history.
And he took a team that was a losing franchise. We had dumpster fire, losing franchise.
You know, the last Meyer that was in the league was coach of that team prior to him getting there.
And he turned
Leftwich was one of the starting quarterbacks the year before that, and he's, you know, getting interviewed for head coaching jobs now.
Yeah. And he turned the Falcons into a average team. Like, we've been an average team, average to above average franchise since we've had Matt Ryan, and that's not been our history.
Well, early in his tenure, we were above average. 5 straight winning seasons, 2 13-3 years, made the playoffs 4 out of those 5 years. And then after that, you've got 2 more playoff appearances, you know, and obviously some stinky seasons in between, but that's because we've just had one of the worst defenses in the NFL for, I don't know, fucking the whole decade. But
TD.
Yeah, this is straight up, you know, guys like, and this wasn't TD's fault, because I think that was Petrino and McKay, but McKay's still there. They drafted Jamal Anderson, the other Jamal Anderson.
Yeah.
One of the biggest busts I can ever remember. They signed Ed Hartwell. You remember Ed Hartwell from because he was with the Ravens, and everybody was like, yeah, Ray Lewis, like his understudy, like this top linebacker.
Yeah, no.
Gave Chris Houston a ton of money.
Dante Robinson.
You signed an old, and Asante was good those first year or two. Yeah. TD's only done good with trades. Trading up to get Julio. I would say trading up to get Trufant was great too. Obviously, Tony G being like one of the best, like getting John Abraham. Like those were great moves by TD, but he drafted Peter Kahns. You know, he drafted what was my man?
He drafted Jake Matthews, didn't he? No, we traded for Jake Matthews because he came over from Cleveland.
No, Alex Mack. You
said Alex Mack. I'm sorry. Yeah.
We signed Alex Mack.
We signed Alex Mack.
Yeah.
We drafted Jake Matthews.
Yeah.
We drafted. I'm not even gonna say his name because Cartersville will kill me for it.
Who?
But he only had one great season.
Yeah, I know who we're talking about. Mr. Beasley, huh? Hey, look. I don't know. Shit. Vic could have been out there with those guys and we wouldn't have known any different. But nonetheless.
I mean, yeah, I feel like he should have been out there this year. Just looking
might
at
as well. Might as well. I don't see why not. Could have just got the band back together. Maybe even traded back and got Tack. Who knows? But point being, that's what Matt Ryan's had to work with. And so, like, when we talk about Hall of Famers, I bring him up because that's somebody that, especially now with Ben and Tom moving on, now we got to look at who's in the NFL and who legitimately has that case. Pat Mahomes is the only slam dunk, and he still has to string together at least 4 more consistent seasons of what he's been doing.
Absolutely.
But for the most part, we know he's a slam dunk. Who else at quarterback can we even put in this conversation? I mean, Aaron Rodgers, of course, is in.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah, Russell's a Hall of Famer. Russell, he's the greatest Seahawk ever.
Yeah, we'll see how things play out. But Deshaun Watson was headed there, I think.
I think he was kind of in that same territory as Mahomes, except a little less slam dunkish.
Yeah,
just because Mahomes is so accomplished already.
Lamar,
is like Giannis, like in terms of accomplishments already.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson is open to it. I don't know if he
has a chance. Yes,
but he definitely has a chance.
Broken records and stuff. Like what I mean, 1,200 yards rushed for a quarterback. That's fucking ridiculous. Being top 5 in the league in rushing one year and you're the quarterback.
The media wants to put
30-something touchdowns with it.
The media want to put Josh Allen in the Hall of Fame already.
He's headed towards it, I believe. I think he'll go down as the greatest Bills player ever when it's all said and done. And I know that's said a lot because Thurman Thomas, Jim Kelly, Andre Reed, all those guys.